Hey guys, Jeff from Promar and I here. Welcome to the weekly vlog. And today I want to go over everything you'll need for a half-day fishing trip on a sport boat. Half-day fishing trips are a great way to learn how to fish or experience fishing on a boat for the first time. These trips usually leave in the morning around 6 or 7, in the afternoons around 12 to 1, and even in the evenings for a twilight trip around 6 or 7. What can you catch on these trips? Catch rockfish, sculpin, calico bass, sand bass, whitefish, sheephead, seasonally, maybe bonito, barracuda, possibly a yellowtail, and if there's any freakier like last year, maybe a dorado. What type of rod do you bring on these trips? Keep it simple. You don't really bring many. You can bring your surface iron rod, bass gear. Really, keep it simple. You could bring maybe a 7 to 8 foot medium heavy rod with a 25 size reel. You don't need to bring 2-speed. You can bring a star drag. And if you don't feel comfortable using a conventional or bait caster, you can bring a spinning reel. Just make sure you have enough line. What type of line and size would you bring? I would probably go a 20-pound monofilament. It's the best all-around line rating you can bring with you on a half-day trip. As far as tackle goes, most of the time you're going to be fishing double dropper loops. I would bring torpedo sinkers anywhere from 6 to 12 ounces, and I would bring a variety of hooks, circle or J. There's a time and place for either one, but I prefer circle hooks. You can go anywhere from size 4 all the way up to 4-aught. It's really going to be dependent on the bait and the size of fish you're going for. Usually the smaller bait, usually fishing for sheephead, whitefish. If you don't know how to tie a dropper loop, you can always ask the deckhand. But one easy way to get a dropper loop out there is with our shrimp fly rigs and our rock cod squirts. Easy to use right out of the packaging. Tie main line directly to the swivel at top and then attach your weight right at the bottom. If you are fly lining baits, you can also bring egg sinkers and just use the bare hook. A lot of times I don't even use the egg sinkers, but it is help keep the bait a little bit lower in the water column. Now if you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can bring surface iron if the bonito, the more pelagics are biting, the barracuda, yellowtail, in a variety of colors. This right here is mint. You can actually bring blue, white, scrambled eggs. There's a lot of colors out there, a name I can't even say. You can even bring your yo-yo jigs. The fish are suspended. And then lastly, you can actually use these flash jigs. It's more versatile. You can fish these in structure for your bass. You could drop it for your sculpin. You could even catch bonita, barracuda with them. You can check these out on our website at promar.com. You could also swim bait fish, paddle tail swim baits. You could use bright colors. You could use colors that mimic the fin bait out there. Like there's anchovy colors that mimic sardines as well. I would start off, if you are going to bring swim baits, I would probably bring 3 to 5 inch. You don't need to bring anything more than that. The bigger the swim bait, you're going to be able to weed out the smaller fish. You also bring these blam type of plastics out here. Back in the day, catch sand bass with it. But today, double dropper loop for the sculpin, using these bullet lead heads here. You usually tip them with pieces of the squid or cut sardines. Another thing you may see out there on the water are these banana lead heads, usually from 1 to 2 ounces. You are fishing over structure, usually at night or in the wintertime when it's a lot colder and there's really not a lot of active fish. Pretty much pin on a whole dead squid or live squid and drag it along the bottom near the structure. Feel that thump from the bass and whine. Lastly, guys, don't forget to check out the fish counts. Don't forget to call the landing and ask what's biting, what they're biting on. Don't be afraid to ask the crew. They've been out there every day. They know what's biting, they know what technique's working and what's not working. So don't be afraid to ask them how to rig up. That's it for the weekly vlog, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.